Hi, I'm Francis McNeil here on Class Act on Video on the Go, and I'm here with my co-host Jess Cuco. You want to say hi, Jess?
Hi.
And we're here interviewing a band called Darkness Descends today. How about you guys introduce yourself?
My name is Angry Jay, vocals.
My name is Mean Dean. I'm on guitars, 8-string guitars and 7-string guitars.
I am What the Bleep Chuck on bass.
And I am Murder Feet Ali on drums.
All right, just to start off, you guys want to tell us how you all met?
The way we met is pretty much through our home club, our home venue, which is Dingbats in Clifton. It's where all the local bands from North Jersey play. Pretty much just linked up through mutual friends, acquaintances, and random people, and here we are.
How did you guys end up in a band together?
Well, actually, I had a couple of local bands, and they had played shows with Darkness Descends back when Jay had first got into it, many years ago. And Jay and I just kind of kept contact, and then when a spot opened up, I kind of just filled in. In fact, I think it's kind of similar with Zach also, where band just needed a fill-in drummer, and band needed a fill-in guitar player, and next thing you know, we just liked what we had together, and we liked the chemistry, and we just kept working together.
Sounds like the makings of a good band. So is anyone here from Parsippany?
Used to be.
Do you want to give us that story?
Yeah. I used to live in Parsippany. I actually went to the Hills and the High, so rivals. You know, one side doesn't like the other.
Does that create a lot of inner conflict?
What's that?
Does that create a lot of inner conflict?
Depending on which side you're on, yeah. But it was cool because when I went to the other side, you know, we got along because they were having beef with the other school. But now everything's cool.
Now, how would you describe your music?
Angry. Chuck.
Oh. What was the question?
How would you How would you describe your music?
Well, I usually don't like to say we're like a specific core or anything like that. It's just metal. It's just metal. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So then I guess we're going to table our next question, which was what kind of metal? You don't metal. That's good. Metal. That's hardcore.
Well,
So what inspired that? Why metal?
I wouldn't even necessarily say that we're just metal. I mean, people say that our new record is more, progressive, and we have a lot of influences from all directions coming in. So,
Do you want to name a couple?
name
Name a couple, and then we'll pass the mic.
my influences, I like Dream Theater and, Periphery. I like Meshuggah, a lot of very technical, drumming stuff, Jay?
My influences go back as far as like oldies, classic rock, Yes, Slipknot, Pantera, Ozzy. They were playing Crazy Train when we came in, I believe.
I'm kind of like a music snob, I guess. I like a lot of
You're a
music.
hipster?
What?
Would you call yourself a hipster?
No. Boy.
Totally my bad.
No, but I listen to everything from classical music all the way up to this really crazy, metal with these 8 strings and these 14 strings and these 99-string guitars and these kids doing all this tapping. But I also play guitar, every once in a while in some punk bands. So I have to be very well-rounded because I'm also a teacher at School of Rock in Waldwick. So you have to kind of learn everything. I never really learned a lot of covers, and now more so I learn a lot more, and I'm getting a lot more influences on things that, even though I had heard them when I was growing up, they didn't really influence me, but now they're starting to, which is kind of cool.
It's interesting. If I could just ask real quick, how many hands does it take to play a 99-string guitar?
Well, I don't think there's really a 99-string guitar, but I did just see this one kid is designing a 14-string guitar. And it's absolutely crazy, and they do tapping with that. They just do they kind of play like you would a piano. Yeah, well, like a piano, like the way a piano player would play, like this, and they just put their hands this way, and then throw some delay on it and loop it, and next thing you know, it's a one-man band, more so than Neil Young. What?
Rinse, repeat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I guess Excuse me. I'd say my influences, they range very widely. I do like a lot of old school things. I'm huge fan of Suicidal Tendencies. I like a lot of other bass heavy bands, Primus, Infectious Grooves. I like some newer stuff, like some Degenti stuff. One of the bands I like a lot is this band Sicka. They're not together right now, but hopefully they're actually doing a reunion tour. I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully they come to the tri-state area. And oh yeah, well I actually do have a musical past. Both my parents were opera singers back in their youth. They pretty much toured all over Europe, all over America, and I kind of hope to fill in their shoes. I hope we all do.
That's pretty cool.
I honestly think Chuck's parents being opera singers when he was growing up is why, like, he has this great sense of melody. Like I do a lot of like the rhythms and the grooves and some of the bounces and stuff that we do when we write our songs. But Chuck he has this amazing sense of melody, and he gives me sometimes these scale runs that, just like give my fingers a wankering. It's kind of hard, but I think it's all because of his parents.
You guys have a nice variety of music. Now, going back to your music, who writes the music in the band?
Everybody in the band writes. I mean, I don't play an instrument in the band, but I even help with writing a lot of breakdowns and some of the rhythms and work on transitions. Basically, we someone will say, "Hey, I got this cool riff." They'll throw it out. We'll be like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then Chuck will throw out a bass line for it. Zach will be like, "Well, why don't we do this?" And next thing you know, we got a song. And then I sit and listen to it 6,000 times and write lyrics to what we have, and then I come back and I completely change the song on everybody, and then they get mad at me, and they fight and kick and scream for like an hour or two, and then they give in to my will, and and then the song is done.
We actually, and this is like kind of sort of important. We write all of our music first, and then Jay writes the lyrics. Now, sometimes when he writes the lyrics, like if we have a thought or an idea of kind of what we were thinking of when we were writing the song, we'll give him the idea. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's why we kind of like fight and kick and scream every once in a while, is because we spend all this time writing this masterpiece, right? And then we record it, and Jay will record it, and then he goes home and listens to it, and then he makes us completely flip everything around. And it gets so aggravating. And like some of the riffs that we've grown to love from working on so hard, we have to completely change them. And sometimes that completely changing is only like one note, and I'll fight it. I'll fight it through and through, man. But eventually we just give in, and then we get the songs that we get.
I noticed those are some really fresh shoots you guys have. Do you have any story behind those, or you want to explain where you got them at least?
Oh, Chuck, you want to?
Yeah. Well, originally we all sat down one day. We were like, we're a lot like the Ninja Turtles, We got Dean here. He's really good at doing like mechanical work and things like that. So he'd be like Donatello. Then Jay's the leader, so he'd be Leonardo. Zach's kind of he's like Michelangelo, and I guess I'm.
Zach's tagline is, "Oh man."
And I guess I'm the one with the temper, so I'm Raphael. And then somewhere down the line, we're like, well, we don't want to be just like the Ninja Turtles. Let's try to do something else. Let's get zoot suits. And I'm usually one who's like, I don't want to do that. It sounds stupid. But personally, I always wanted a zoot suit anyway.
Now, back to the whole band. Where is the farthest the band has fully traveled?
The band as a whole, or the band as individuals?
The band as a whole.
The band as a whole, I think we've traveled. We've played the 13th annual Gathering of the Juggalos out in Illinois. We travel out to Pennsylvania rather, often. Virginia. Like we haven't really broke out into the Midwest, but we've gone as far as Illinois. And then we've gone up north a little bit, taken over some of New England, but we're looking to expand that as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Be in Connecticut next month.
So you guys obviously play a lot of shows then. Do you have any good stories of like your best or your worst shows?
But this is
Go
public
like one
access.
best, one worst. Maybe not that bad. Second worst.
Oh, okay, Chuck.
Well, I guess I'll try to keep this as PG as possible.
Yeah, put a big black bar over the...
No, we're not going to do the
Worry
Atlantic
about.
City story, but no dice, no deal. Oh, good times. Maybe on another show I'll divulge that story. But I've seen people stage dive into the floor before a couple times. At least two or three different occasions. They loved us so much. Like, yeah, man, I love you guys.
It takes a lot of love to do that for a band.
I think one of our crowning achievements is every year we do this show called Darkness Fest. We don't just perform as bands, we also do the job as promoters. And what I spoke about years ago with Jay in a car ride actually onto one of my shows where he was just supporting me was did a lot of work with trying to unify the scene. There's a lot of metal bands, everyone's always trying to outsell each other. Why not just get everybody to stick together and we can have some awesome times? And we started this festival in 2011 called Darkness Fest.
You guys actually started this?
Yeah,
Okay.
Darkness Fest. I mean,
That's cool.
and we got 11 bands together. I was on Sirius XM promoting the show with Jose Mangan. We were on 89.5. We all of the bands, all 11 bands really worked very hard, and it was a crowning achievement. I really do believe that. And every year since then, it's kind of gotten drifted off. Bands have changed, and it's kind of hard to keep something so strong going. But we have done it. 2012. We've had a couple of other shows, like we do our big CD release shows, and we do big birthday parties. Like we have Angry Jay's birthday bash, and we had my birthday bash, and all these different things. And then Darkness Fest, and we're going to do that again this year, 2014. I don't know of a date yet, but. It's probably, it started off as one day, and then it was like 2 days, and then one of the shows was 3 days, but then we cut it down. But it's like a 2 to 3 day festival sometimes, and it started out just there's this little tiny square in Van Houten Ave where everybody banded together.
So have you been successful enough to make this into a living? Like, do you guys do that enough?
I wish. Luckily now we're able to cover expenses. It's very rare that we have to actually come out of our pocket to, pay for things. But it's an expensive, gig. When you take into account, you have to have merch in order to get the shows. You got to, pay for gas, tolls, maintenance on the vehicle, maintenance on all the gear itself, suits, food. It's even a lot of the bands that we consider really successful are, they just barely make it. A lot of them have to do Kickstarter campaigns and stuff just to go on tour. Hopefully someday we'll be able to quit our day jobs and just travel around the world and shred faces day and night. But for right now, we're taking it step by step and climbing the ladder slowly but surely.
So Mean Dean, I believe it is. I know you're not showing it to us right now, but you've got a sweet mane under that hat that I know you take out when you perform. You want to give us a sneak peek?
Yeah, I have I don't know, it's like a 12-inch mohawk or something like that, and I tuck it up usually.
I donated my hair to him.
I was actually at a party one time, and I had half of my mohawk ripped out once. Yeah, like this whole section just got ripped out by someone. And I shaved it all off and I had to grow it all back. But yeah, I've always had a mohawk actually, I think since I was like 13 years old. Put it up in like Liberty Spikes and stuff like that. But when you play in metal and you try and headbang and stuff like that, this stuff just gets in your eyes. You know what it's like when you get glue in your eyes, dude? Glue in your eyes. It is not. Yeah, you have to use glue to put it up in Liberty Spikes, man. I'm yeah. Yeah.
Sitting there with Elmer's glue, like,
no, but I didn't do it for. I didn't do it for this performance. But I usually use KY jelly or like some sort of like lubricant jelly. You just put that in your hair and you comb it through, and it allows it to all stay like, I don't know, moist and look really good and stuff like that. It's I don't know, one of those tricks of the trade.
I gotta say, I never knew that there was a use like that for KY jelly. But yeah. Unfortunately, we're just about out of time, so Jess, I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Okay. Do you guys have any Facebook, anything we can reach you at with?
Absolutely. We're actually on just about every social networking site on the planet. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/NJ Darkness Descends. ReverbNation.com/Darkness Descends. Follow us on Twitter, Darkness Metal NJ. If you just slap Darkness Descends into Google, you find a whole list. We're on Russian sites, Japanese. We just had a great interview on Metal Hanger 18, which is a Russian magazine. You can check that out in English and Russian. Instagram, everything. So buy our stuff. Actually, we're...
And darknessdescends.bigcartel.com is our online store. That's where you could buy things like our first album, Last of a Dying Breed. I don't know where I'm looking, so I'm just going to go like this. Over there. I don't know. There's a little red light on that one. And this Last of a Dying Breed, we actually did this not far away from here, right? Where was we did this at Barbershop Studios? Lake Apacon. We did this with Grammy Award-winning producers and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then this one is Another Fallen Soul. We actually did this one in Fairlawn, and this was crazy. This album, real quick, if I can say, we all went in and tracked this album individually. Like I went in for 2 days, and then I left to go on tour with another band. I left to go on tour with another band as a tech. So I went in and I did my guitars tracks real quick, and then like Zach went in and did the drums, Chuck went in and did the bass, and then Jay went in and did the vocals, and I was on tour when this got finished. And while I was on tour on August 13th, my father passed away, and I was in California, and it was the first time I got into California. And Jay was really awesome on letting me dedicate this album to my dad, because my dad was absolutely dude. Got me my first guitar on my 13th birthday. We're haunted by the number 13. That'll come up in next time we see you guys, I'm sure. But then, and we kind of finished this album like over the internet. It was really weird. I've never done that before. You know, like sitting in a van in like all across America, listening to the mixes on my headphones and like playing it. And like the guys in the other band like heard our songs probably more times than, you know, anyone has. Not more than that. Yeah. But this is great. It's called Another Fallen Soul. It's in reference to Another Fallen Soldier, which was a friend of mine who I went to high school with, Staff Sergeant Joseph DeAugustine. He passed in Afghanistan defusing a bomb. Came home in not too many pieces. And he was just such a great friend and such a great spirit to tell people about. True hero.
Another Fallen Soul was actually written for him. It's a song that Dean played at his funeral on acoustic guitar, and I wanted to write lyrics to it, so we all got together, worked out the song, and I wrote the lyrics, and it's, you know, probably one of the songs I'm most proud of as a vocalist or a songwriter.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, please check out the song Another Fallen Soul. It's not like any of the stuff that you guys think we sound like, you know. It's some of it is, but it absolutely shows that there's a different side to us. And yeah, so thank you guys very much for this. This has been a great experience and everything like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, here with a quick set, we are going to listen to Darkness Descends.
All right. I've escaped the gates of hell with 3 riders by my side. Conquest, chaos, war, and death. In a race, no one survives. Save your breath, don't waste your time. The seal's all broken, now you're mine. Engulf the earth in seas of death. You can't avoid your punishment. It will take over the world. Call me death. And I've waited a lifetime for this. No time for regret. Relentlessly coming in waves. The piles of bodies are growing. We beg me to make them my slave. The piles of bodies are growing. Fall down on your knees as you pray. The piles of bodies are growing. On
the hunter, you're the prey. The piles of bodies are growing. Yeah. And we'll take over the world. Conquering death. And I've waited a lifetime for this. No time for regret. It will take over the world. Conquering death. And I've waited a lifetime for this. No time for regret. Relentlessly coming in waves. The piles of bodies are growing. We beg me to make them my slave. The piles of bodies are growing. Fall down on your knees as you pray. The piles of bodies are growing. I'm the hunter, you're the prey. The piles of bodies are growing. This song was written about the late great Larry Holmes' famous quote. The song is called "Kill the Body and the Head Will Die." I'm here to dominate. This won't even be close. Keep your hands up and you'll back off the road with a straight blast. Get back, attack, destroy your chest like a heart attack. Yeah. Take you one point at the scene. This is where you're the day. Your lessons will be learned through pure progression. Kill the body and the head will die. Kill the body and the head will die. Kill the body and the head will die. Through pure progression, I'm here to dominate. This won't even be close. Keep your hands up and you'll back off the road with a straight blast. Get back, attack, destroy your chest like a heart attack. Get up off the ground. And I'll put you right back down. Look into my eyes. Pure perfection. Take you apart at the seam. Is this where you're the day? Your lessons will be learned through pure progression. Till the body and the head will die. Till the body and the head will die. Till the body and the head will die. Through pure progression. Through pure progression. And pure perfection. Till the body and the head will die. Thank you. This song is about space, planets, cosmic craziness. It's called Redshift. What was unknown has been deciphered. The pages are stained with blood. The path of the enlightened is not for everyone. Here we go. Run, jump, 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 jump. Run, jump, 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 jump. Whoa! Bring it down. Take it back up. The gravitational field can't hold it in. The wavelengths increasing proportionally. Feeling the heat, bleeding a strain. Synapses firing off my brain, going insane. Moving my knife, this is the price you knew that I would have to pay. Seasons changing, and I've almost forgot my name. Please don't blame me. This is the price you know that I would pay. Burning alone, seclusion, eating a part of my life. Compassion's a distraction. Jump, jump, jump. What was unknown has been deciphered. The pages are stained with blood. The path of the enlightened is never for everyone. Run, jump, 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 jump. Run, jump, shift, shift, shift. Wow! The gravitational field can't hold it in. The wavelengths increasing proportionally. Feeling the heat, bleeding the strain. Synapses firing off my brain, going insane. It's the price you knew would have to burn. Seasons changing, and I've almost forgot my name. Please don't blame me. This is the price you know that I would pay. Burning along, seclusion, eating a part of my life. Compassion's a distraction. Something outcome for all of my actions. I something outcome for all of my actions. I something outcome for all of my actions. Accept the outcome for all of my shit. Right now, I want everyone at home, at work, at school to super slow motion mosh pit with me right now. Super slow. Thank you.
This is it. So I'm Jess.
I'm Francis, and this has been Class Act on Video on the Go. Remember to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/ParsippanyVOTG. And I want to thank Darkness Descends again for coming on the show. It was great having you guys, and we hope to hear more of you, always.